Good evening. I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me and can see my screen. If you have any technical difficulty during the open house, please note that the open house is going to be recorded. So if you need the recording, you can email us and we can email you the recording, but it will also be hosted on our website. A couple of things. Please keep yourself muted if possible. If you want to cut on your camera, I would love to see your beautiful faces. If not, that is okay as well. So, thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Sheena Jackson, and I am the Director of Admissions and Student Scholarships here at the University of Maryland School of Nursing. And again, so very pleased that you took this time to join us today. It lets me know that you are at least interested in the University of Maryland School of Nursing, and for that, we're all very thankful. So on this screen, you will see the house rules for open house. Again, as I said, please mute your mic. Use the chat feature for any admissions questions that you may have this evening. We have a host of admissions representatives that are here to answer your questions. So if you put them in the chat, someone will be able to answer your question. If it's something more specific or more individualized, and you feel better by sending a direct message, you can do that as well. We do have Kendall McFadden, who is one of our admissions representatives, Miss Izzy Daly, who is also one of our admissions representatives, author Caesar, you may see in the chat, as well as Nataki McDade. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and they'll be more than happy to assist you. Again, we encourage participation. Today or this evening is all about you. So I would like to make this interactive. So at any point there's anything that we have not gone over and you have more questions about, please feel comfortable with asking those questions today. So again, I am Sheena Jackson. And my job this evening, and in terms of the rest of your journey, is to support you, as is my colleagues in the Office of Admissions and Student Scholarships. So from the point that you're interested in the program all the way to the day that you matriculate, we are here to support you. So I want you to know if you have any questions during your application process, any questions about prerequisites, any questions at all that can assist you with completing your application, or even up until the time that you start classes, please remember my name and my face because I'm here to assist you. I will put my email address in the chat just in case if anyone has any questions, feel free to email me. Again, I want to be supportive of your journey here. And again, thankful that you chose us this evening to be with. So I would like to introduce Dr. Yvette Collier. She is our Associate Dean of Strategic Engagement and Impact in the Office of Strategic and Engagement and Impact. Sorry, I said that twice. So I would like to hand it over to her. She has a beautiful message for you guys this evening. So without further ado, Dr. Colliers.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you all. As Ms. Jackson has said, I'm Dr. Yvette Conyers. I use she, her pronouns. Not only do I serve as the Associate Dean, but I'm also a faculty member and a leader. And believe it or not, I was also a nurse who was once a RN-to-BSN student myself. I appreciate you all for coming on tonight. And I know it takes a lot to even think about, do I return back to school? You're balancing work, you're balancing family life, choosing to go to school after long days and long shifts. And I remember saying, is this going to be worth my time and energy? And absolutely it was for me to go back into the classroom. So I know you may be feeling a certain way, but at the University of Maryland School of Nursing, you belong here. You belong with us. So as you're considering your application and moving forward, I want you to know that this program is made for you in mind. Right? We're here to make sure your clinical experiences and building on your clinical judgment, and that your lived knowledge also matters as well. It's going to grow you. It's going to stretch you. It's going to expand you. Think about a slinky, right? You'll be able to bounce back at different times, but you're also going to be prepared to address systems and be a leader in health equity and justice in the commitment to nursing in the community that we serve. So my role at the School of Nursing is to make sure that you are being invited into an inclusive community, and I am truly committed to your success. So once again, you belong here, and I thank you for coming on tonight to consider this very important next step. Thank you, Sheena.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanye. So I have to admit, this is going to be funny. Not only do I sit on the AI committee and the technology committee, somehow I don't know how to use PowerPoint properly. So I want to make sure that my view is correct and that everyone can see the speakers as well as the PowerPoint. So if someone could let me know, yep, you can. All right, perfect. Okay. All right, perfect. So I'm doing something right. Okay, thank you. Bear with me, allow some grace as I navigate through this. I don't often have to host, so I apologize. All right. Thank you so much for Dr. Carnes for that message. Um, I am actually, unfortunately, Dr. Siegel cannot be here with us today. So, Dr. McElroy, she's the Associate Dean for the baccalaureate program. And I love working with her. She's very passionate about the work that she does. And to see the impact that she has on our students is just remarkable. So, without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to Dr. McElroy today.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Hi, everybody. I am so thrilled that you have taken your time on this cold evening to spend it with us, thinking about and actually taking action towards this amazing step in furthering your education and opening so many doors in your career. My role at the school is Associate Dean for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing programs, and that means that I make sure that you have what you need once you're admitted and enrolled, and that I help problem solve if there are challenges. And my colleague, Dr. Celeste Seeger, is really more of the day-to-day operations, boots on the ground for the RN-to-BSN. So she was really disappointed that she couldn't be here, but I will be answering questions from you later on in the program. And Dr. Seeger is always available via email if there are things that I don't know. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. McElroy. And we will be sharing Dr. Seeger for both prospective and current students has open hours for advising and questions. And later on this evening, we will be sharing her information. We can book an appointment with her at your leisure. So again, I'm having some issues. Give me 1 second. All right. So next, we are going to go to our current student and alumni panel. And we have a couple of questions that we would like to ask our current students as well as our alumni. This panel is going to be hosted by my dear colleague, Ms. Tajane Peters. Ms. Peters, are you available?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Just echoing what everyone else said. Thank you for joining us today. I will be moderating tonight's session for the current student and alumni panel. So just to get started, if I could have our panel introduce themselves, starting with Helga, would you mind introducing yourself? And just a fun fact about you.
Hi everyone, my name is Helga Mohati and I'm currently enrolled in the RN-to-BSN program and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Amir.
Hi everybody, my name is Amir. I'm also a current RN-to-MSN student, but I'm doing my BSN at the moment. Fun fact about me, I went to high school in Scotland, and I came back to Maryland. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for sharing. Jasmine.
Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine. I am a RN-to-BSN alumni. I graduated this past December. And something fun about me is that I really love Yorkies and I have a Yorkie at home. So my goal is to have a bunch of them in the future.
Thank you. And lastly, Rashida.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Rashida Charles. I am a University of Maryland nursing school alum. a little different from some of the other panelists. I was part of the accelerated MSN program. At the time, it was a CNL program, and I graduated in 2019. Fun fact is, I consider myself a lifelong learner. I'm actually relearning the piano. I used to play the piano as a kid, so now I'm relearning.
Thank you all for sharing, and definitely sharing your fun facts. We appreciate that. Next, I'm going to ask a series of questions. We'll keep it pretty open, so if you have an answer, you can feel free to share. If not, hopefully the next question suits better for you. For the first question, what does a typical week look like in the online RN-to-BSN program, and how did you stay organized, or how do you stay organized? If you would like to share, you can feel free.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. So the typical day is usually it depends on the course load that you're taking. Um, I took 3 classes per semester, um, and there was a lot of reading for sure. Um, Keynote. I have a bachelor's degree before I have a biochem um, bachelor's, so this is my second or third degree. So I'm accustomed to reading. I'm accustomed to doing the assignments, um, and there's a lot of writing involved for sure. That's one thing I noticed from my previous academic career. The way I stay organized is just by setting deadlines and making sure I get to them. I'm quite flexible with when I get to them, but I always make sure it's before the deadline. I always make sure I have time to edit my discussion posts, my essays, and 3 classes working full time. Yeah, it's definitely doable.
I know for me, the way that I like to stay organized is once the course opens up in Blackboard, I like to go ahead and look at my syllabus. I do utilize my iPad a lot just so that I can go ahead and open tabs that have the course schedules. And I just like to always stay a week ahead. I like to stay a week ahead on my deadlines. So any assignments that I have, I'll try to start working on them just so that I give myself enough time to study all of the information and put out my best work that I can because that's really important to me. So I would say just always following along with your schedule and your syllabus is really important. And also, because with that, you're able to reach out to your professor if you need to with any questions that you may have so that you're not chasing a deadline.
Thank you. And I do apologize. I want to correct myself. This is not only addressing RN to BSN. So please feel free to answer if it relates to you. Thank you. Does anyone else want to share?
I just want to add on what I believe Jasmine mentioned. Reaching out to your professors is actually very important. Um, if you're struggling in class, I mean, the professors are great here. They really help you. Uh, they they go out of their way to help you. It's actually really nice to see that support from an online course. So don't be afraid to reach out to them. They're great support.
Okay. Thank you so much for adding that. So we will move on to our next question. So what has been the biggest advantage of the online format for you? And what is one tip that you can give to new students to be successful from week one? Rashida, do you care to share?
I'll give a shot. I'll go.
Helga?
Okay. So again, repeat the question so I get it right.
I'm sorry.
Can you repeat the question again, please?
Yes, I can repeat it for you. So what has been the biggest advantage of the online format for you? And what is one tip that you give to new students starting from the first week?
Okay, so I'll give the tip first. Make sure you go ahead of the game. Like right now, I have a class. I already know what I'm supposed to do. The moment they posted day one, I went on there, downloaded the things, printed the things. I'm a visual student. I have my things organized, and then I put my schedule. in my calendar. That's one thing that has helped me be successful with these classes. And for things like discussion boards that I have to do early, I just go ahead and put them in. So I never ran into the issue of lateness. I'm so lucky. And one advantage of being online that I didn't know at first, this was my first program to do fully online. At first, it was a challenge, but now it came to be an advantage for me, was having that flexibility of doing what I want to do at a specific time. I don't have to be like, okay, I have to do this at 2 a.m. or at 7 a.m. You can do it at any time. And like when you have like in-person classes, you have to be there at 5. You have to be there at 2 p.m. That was like, for me, it was a plus because I would wake up at 2 a.m. and do my things without having to worry that I'm going to be late in class. So that was a plus for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Helga, for sharing. Does anyone else want to share?
My program was hybrid, so we had some online and mostly in person, but uh, now I teach, and sometimes I teach online classes as well that are asynchronous and synchronous. And I think just trying to build community, even if your program is fully online, there's so many resources now or platforms like GroupMe, or other online platforms, whether you make a LinkedIn group. But me and my classmates used to get together, even when it was an online class, some of us, just to, I guess, have some motivation. Seeing someone else doing work makes you do work too.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. If no one else wants to share, I will move on to my next question. Can each of you share an academic experience you had here at the University of Maryland School of Nursing that stands out to you? Jasmine, would you like to share?
Yeah, sure. I think that a moment here that really stood out to me was the faculty. I think that just always being able to reach out and know that everyone would be really flexible and open to communication with me was really important. It's kind of hard when you're not really on campus and no one knows you, everything is online. But I think that what was really special was like the orientations that we had in the beginning as a student to be able to get here on Zoom, meet with Celeste, our Dr. Seeger, our program director, and just being able to have that open orientation. It really makes you comfortable and it allows you to see everyone in the community that you're not alone. So I think that that was really important to me because although everything was virtual, I still felt seen every day as a student here.
Yeah, I would like to add, if I can. One thing about being in a brick and mortar type of program, going to school on scheduled times versus an online program is, you know, for me at least, I thought I wasn't getting the full experience. I feel like going to school, going to campus physically is kind of a way of social networking, and I thought like I was losing out on that. But when I was talking to Celeste, my academic advisor and instructor for 450, 452, she's great. She helped me out. She relieved my fears and actually told me to reach out to other professors and other clinicians, even inside the University of Maryland and outside the University of Maryland. So if I told her I want to do, I told her my career projection is X, and she's like, "Oh, great. I know this professor. Why don't you reach out to them and mention that you're my student and you're a Conway scholar and put that in the email. They'll reach out. They'll get back to you. They'll reach out back to you. So I know I mentioned this before, but really don't be afraid to reach out to your professors, be part of the community, reach out to other students even. Um, Treat it like as if you're in a physical school, in a physical program, because you'll reap the rewards. University of Maryland is a great institution by providing students incredible resources. So definitely take advantage of it.
I'll share one too. For me, it was really a life-changing experience, and it's a story I tell a lot of my students. I needed extra money, like all of us, while I was in school, and there was a research assistant opportunity. So I applied, and it was for the Department of Global Health. At the time, Dr. Obalu was the chair. So I met her for the first time. She interviewed me, and she said, "You know, the way you think, you should really think about getting a PhD." And I said, Dr. Obalu, don't say that too loud because I don't want my mom to hear. I'm never going back to school. But long story short, she took a chance on me. I had no quantitative research experience. She helped me with that. And then even after I graduated, we stayed in touch. And every time I would call her for advice or anything, she would say, "Have you applied to PhD programs?" And I'm like, "No." So then I just did it just so she would stop asking. I didn't expect to really go and finish. But now I went and I completed my PhD at Penn last year. Like everyone else, echoing everyone else, uh, take a chance if you see an opportunity to reach out to a faculty member or to work with someone. Now, Dr. Obalu's the dean. I see her every now and then at various nursing events. But that was really life-changing because she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at the time. So the faculty there is really special.
Yeah, Helga, I'll share. So for me, something that stood out was the communication, the way staff communicate. Every time I reached to NA of University of Maryland staff, they were so supportive. Be it the registration office, be it the scholarship office, they were so receptive, and that was so helpful for me through the journey because first of all I was online. That was my first experience online. At first I was lost. Dr. Sally, she came in so fully to help me. I know I kept on bugging her, and she was like, "Helga, I'm here for you." That word really helped me a lot. And right now, I applied in the doctorate program. And why? It's because of the experience. Yeah. And what I was learning, I just felt like I really need to learn more. So again, don't stop doing what you're doing. That one word you're encouraging a student can take that student a mile. So for me, I'm so grateful to be in this community because first of all, I learned a lot, and the way the material is geared in every course is really helping to expand our thought process. I feel like I'm a better person, even though I'm not done with the program yet, but I feel like I'm better me. I'm not the same way I came in the program. So I think that stood out for me.
Thank you all for sharing. You definitely, each of you, each story definitely pulled at my heartstrings. And that leads me to my next question. So what made you choose Sun? You want to start again, Helga, excuse me? I think you're muted. I'm sorry.
Come again? I'm sorry.
What made you choose the University of Maryland School of Nursing?
So my husband came to University of Maryland School of Nursing. He's a graduate of University of Maryland, and right now he teaches a few classes there. He told me it's a wonderful school. Helga, if you're choosing to go to nursing school, pick University of Maryland first. If they give you admission, go there. So I trusted my husband. And when I came there, I saw what he told me. He told me you're going to learn. And that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Thank you. Amir?
Yeah, so I actually did my associates in nursing at Howard Community College in Columbia, and it was there I met Dr. Sager, Celeste Sager, and she came out at the college and advocated for her University of Maryland. And I talked to her afterwards. I told her my degrees. I told her I had uh, a bachelor's before, and I didn't know too much about the RN to BSN program or MSN program, but she was selling it to me, and she told me, "Hey, maybe you want to do a PhD later." I was like, "No, I don't want to do a PhD later." But uh, that's how I got to learn about University of Maryland. And then I looked at the program. I applied. I was looking at other universities, but um, I just like the fact that it's in Baltimore. I was working at shock trauma at the time as a student nurse, so it just seemed right. I think I was concerned about the affiliations that I would get at the university and working at University of Maryland, and definitely came true. Yeah.
So I chose University of Maryland because I was a dual enrollment student when I was getting my associate's degree. So my school I went to Prince George's Community College, and they offered many different dual enrollment programs. But I already knew once they mentioned that they had the affiliation with University of Maryland that that was the route that I was going to choose. I really enjoy the reputation that University of Maryland has. They produce strong nurses every year. And I have had family that came out of this program as well. So I knew that if there was a program that was going to allow me to be a dual prepared nurse, that I was going to choose this program. And it was the best program that I could have put myself through thus far. I really learned a lot here. It gave me great exposure, and I am a proud alumni.
Uh, for me, well, first, Amir, never say never because I said never and then somehow. But for me, I was out of state and I had applied to different programs. And at the time, University of Maryland for the program that I was applying to was ranked number one. And then it was the interview. It really is the people because the interview was much different from other nursing schools. Some of the other nursing schools that I applied to, because I am a second degree nurse, they were like, well, it looks like you got a bad grade one time when you were in second grade. But for University of Maryland, it was really a holistic interview. Like they wanted to know about me as a person. And I think that's reflective of my experience there. Like I wasn't just a number. They really cared about me as a person.
Thank you all again for sharing. This is my last and final question. What advice do you have for any applicants that are looking to apply that are here with us today, that you can give? Would you like to start, Helga?
Sure.
Thank you.
So first of all, I'll encourage them to go ahead and apply. And I'm sure if they have the qualifications, they will be considered. University of Maryland is fair. That's what I'll say. And when they get in the program, they're going to learn a lot. So I'll truly, truly encourage them to apply. We are student. I'm finishing, and I'll be studying my DNP. Yeah, I won't mind seeing them on campus.
Thank you. Amir, would you like to share?
Yeah, I would say that University of Maryland gave me the tools and the opportunity to progress, and gave me the space to like challenge myself. Right. I think um, I think it gave me like a launch pad to really talk to a lot of people and choose a career that I really want to. Like for case, I'm actually I used to work as a data scientist or analyst, and I'm trying to go into data science. I'm in the nurse informatics program, and University of Maryland gave me the opportunity. It gave me the resources, the faculty, and it pushes me forward. Through the discussions that I have with the faculty. So if you want to challenge yourself, you want the space to grow, I think University of Maryland is a great opportunity for you. And yeah, I hope you join.
My advice would be to definitely apply. I know that it is difficult thinking whether you are a RN to BSN student or if you are dually already still in your RN program. It is doable. Don't think that it might be too much of a challenge. It will be a challenge, but it will be worth it in the end. I think that this program definitely prepares you for the real world, even when you are in practice. All of the information that you learn is very relevant, the evidence-based practice and everything that you're going to learn about, write about, read about. It is all relevant to your practice as a registered nurse. And so I think that this is one of the best programs that you can apply to be able to set yourself up for success as a registered nurse.
My advice is try to build connection, even if it is online, finding opportunities to meet your peers, to find mentors at the university. My program was 2017 to 2019. I'm still friends with a lot of the people that I met there. My best friend from nursing school actually referred me to the job that I have now. So you never know where people are going to land. And there's really so many amazing people, faculty, as well as students at the university. So just try to, even if it's virtually, try to build some connections.
Thank you all again for sharing. And hopefully you'll have a chance to ask the alumni some more questions at the end. And now I will turn it back over to Sheena. Ms. Jackson?
Thank you so much for that, Tajane. And thank you so much to our current students and our alumni for being here. And something that I believe Rashida said, and I think the rest of you echoed, was um, that you got a holistic review, right? Um, and I think Rashida, you mentioned, it's just another school you had looked at. They were really focused on your grades, whether they were good or bad. And for us, I can say this after I think 18 years of being here, going on 19 years here at the university, that I want to, if one thing I can reiterate is that you're not your GPA. To us, you're a future nurse. So if you're someone that's thinking about your GPA and you're concerned or you had some grades that are maybe not stellar, if I can leave one thing with you today is I want you to know that when your file is reviewed, we're looking at the things that are outside of those grades, like your experiences, your attributes. We encourage you to put all of those things in your resume, in your essay, because we read those things. So again, remember, you are not a number to us. You're not an ID number. You are a person. And furthermore, for us, you are a future, well, not a future nurse, but a future bachelor's prepared nurse, I should say. So please do not be afraid to submit an application because of any, grades or anything like that. So this really goes well to our next topic, where I will be introducing my colleague. This is Kelly Pauly. She's our Associate Director of Partnership and Student Pathways. And for everyone here that is interested in the RN-to-BSN program, she's your go-to. So she works directly with all of the community college advisors, very closely with dual. If you are a dual student and you want to take any courses with us before you matriculate, she is your go-to. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Kelly Pollock to talk to you about the number one reason you're here today, applying to the University of Maryland School of Nursing. Kelly?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So this portion is to help you navigate how to apply to the program. Our RN-to-BSN program is an option for those who have their RN license. You do have the flexibility to start the program without your license. You just have to have it by the end of your first semester with us. The program is 31 credits, and it's going to build upon the knowledge and experience that you gained in your associate program. All of your courses are offered online with the exception of the practicum, which is at the end of the program. You can start in the fall or spring, and we do offer summer courses. So if you are to attend full-time, it will take you 2 semesters to get through the program. Dr. Seeger will never recommend that. She always says be humane, take care of yourself, take a little bit of extra time. Most people do 3 semesters, but you do have up to 5 total years to complete the program. And you have the option to take, 1 semester, 1 course, the next semester, 2 courses. It's up to you and it's very flexible with your schedule. So you do have a personalized plan. The practicum is 90 hours. That's Nurse 467. And when you are getting ready to do the practicum, we work with so many different clinical learning sites, and we do offer assistance in finding that placement for you. So for dual enrollment, this program, you will complete your associate degree at your community college, and then you would come to us and finish up the rest to get your BSN or continue on with your MSN. To be eligible for this partnership, you have to have a 2.75 science GPA, and that includes all attempts of the required science courses and at least a 3.0 total cumulative GPA. With this partnership, we are going to waive your application fee and also the need for a recommendation. And it's just really important to remember that your application is not complete until all items are submitted and received. So I kind of mentioned this before. You're going to start with your associate degree at your local community college. You're going to earn your RN license, and then you're going to complete your BSN at the School of Nursing. For dual enrollment concurrent courses, this is an option that lets you start taking our courses while you are still in your associate program. And you can request this option after your first semester in your associate program. And one of the great benefits is that the first course you do with us while you're still in your associate program is free. The RN-to-MSN program, very similar. It's for someone who has their license looking to further their education beyond the BSN. The programs are going to vary between 69 to 71 credits. You'll do the same 31 credits in the BSN program, and then 38 to 40 MSN credits. It's an accelerated path to earning both degrees, and you do have the option to take graduate level credits at the undergraduate price. I believe it's 2 courses. And then once again, you can start in fall and spring, and summer courses are available. RN to MSN, if you go full time, it will take you about 3 years. Once again, we probably don't recommend that, but you do have a total of 6 years to complete the program. And so this is an option for registered nurses who are interested in pursuing leadership and also specialty preparation. The different specialties that we offer are community public health, nursing leadership and management, and nursing informatics. So a little bit about the specialties. Community public health, that's going to be a 69 credits. It's designed to help you solve real world health problems and addressing large scale health challenges on a local and global level. The nursing leadership and management option is also 69 credits. This is going to help you refine your administration field or skills and also how to lead patient care teams in a variety of settings. Nursing informatics is 71 credits, and this is a program designed to help you improve patient care outcomes through information technology and also learning how to implement new technology across different healthcare settings. For the application, the first thing you're going to do is submit your online application. It's through our website. We do not use the Common App. When you submit your application, at the end, you are going to submit your $75 application fee. And once that is done, your online portal is going to open up for you. And you're going to submit your essay, prerequisite course list, and your resume. In your online portal, you will indicate who you want to be your recommender. It could be professional or academic. And then you are going to send us official transcripts from every institution you have attended. It is very important that you send every single transcript. Even if you have some credits listed on another transcript, that will not meet the requirement. We do require every single transcript. And if you are interested in using any AP or CLEP scores, we do need the official transcript from College Board. All right, so admission for the program. We require a 2.5 cumulative GPA and a 2.75 science GPA. This little note here, chemistry is no longer a requirement. This is brand new. It's going to start fall 2026, so keep that in mind. But if you did take chemistry already, don't worry. It can be used as a general elective. And then you also must have your RN license at least by the end of your first semester at the School of Nursing. It is required for Nurse 467. And once again, your application is not complete until everything is submitted and marked received. One note, check your recommendations. Just because you sent it to them doesn't mean they've responded to it. So keep an eye on that. You will see in real time what is going on with your application. You do have to give us some time because it is an actual team of people going through your items, but you can see exactly what has been received and what is still outstanding. Deadlines. So for spring, our deadline is always going to be December 15th, and that includes the Conway scholarship deadline. You have to have your application for admission submitted and complete, as well as your Conway scholarship application. We do have a final deadline of January 5th, and decisions are released on a rolling basis. And then for fall, the deadline is going to be July 15, and that is the same with the Conway Scholarship. Both must be submitted and complete. The final deadline for fall admission is August 5th, and once again, decisions are rolling. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Again, Kelly Pollock is your point of contact. Um, I'm sure if she has not already done so by putting her information in the chat, you can get her information in the chat shortly. Please reach out to her if you have any questions. Kelly, I think you had some good news to share this evening. Would you like to share with our prospective students?
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. If you are interested in fall 2026 admission, we are offering a application fee waiver. So reach out to our main admission email. It's admissions.nursing@umaryland.edu. We'll put it in the chat. But if that is something that you're interested in, please reach out to us.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I'm sorry. I went a slide over. I was looking for like some confetti or something to pop out. I couldn't find that. But thank you so much for that note, Kelly. So right now, we've talked to you about how to apply, what the requirements are. Now, we're going to talk to you about how you fund your education because that is equally as important. So we have our manager of student scholarships here with us, Bianca Bagwell. My colleague's very knowledgeable about the different scholarships and ways to finance your education. So I am going to pop it over to her. Again, she has a wealth of information. If someone could put the NRS scholarship information for contact in the chat box, that would be perfect as well. Bianca?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this evening. So just to start, we're going to talk about like understanding the cost. So on our website, we do a really good job at listing out the tuition and the fees for the length of your program. It'll also show what the cost could be based off of your residency, whether you're in state or out of state. It also gives a deep dive into the cost of attendance and what that looks like versus what your direct bill would be, which is what shows on your student account, versus other things that make up the cost of attendance that you actually don't see reflective in your bill. So if you scan the QR code there at the bottom, it takes you directly to the website with that information.
And you may not be able to see it. I'm not sure if you can see the entire QR code if any of my screen is cutting it off. If you can't actually scan it, let us know and we can send you the direct link. So my apologies. And I'm having technical difficulty. There we go.
Thank you, Sheena. And then here's another QR code as well that links you directly to our website for scholarships. It includes information such as donor funded, Conway, state scholarships. It's just a way to stay plugged in to our network of opportunities that we have available. We try to keep it updated as quick as we can, especially when things change as often as they do. So any detailed information you're looking for in scholarships can be found on the direct link as well.
Thank you. Bianca, 1 second. There we go.
So, donor funded scholarships, there is an opportunity that is open to students every single semester. So, fall term, it always opens up on August the 15th and it'll close on the 30th. And for spring, it actually opened up today and we already received about 40 applications and it opened up around 11 a.m. And it closes on January 30th. All you have to do is when you're a student here, you plug in your student ID number and it'll populate your information and it'll also tailor all the scholarships that are available for you to apply to. And we tell our students whatever populates in that option, you can apply to every single one. Our other option we have is Conway. Conway is our tuition-based scholarship. It is based on financial needs, so we truly encourage every student to apply for their FAFSA application. That can also be used for donor because sometimes some donors are looking for students that have need as well. So we always encourage a student to go ahead and apply for their FAFSA. Our school code is listed. It's important to capture. It's 002104. We are the University of Maryland, Baltimore, and there's a lot of other schools in Maryland that start with the University of Maryland. So jotting down the number will really save you. And as Kelly mentioned earlier, the fall Conway application deadline is going to be July 15th of 2026.
And I just want to put a special plug in for our Conway scholarships. For the last couple of cycles, and we do Conway for both fall and spring admission. The last couple of cycles, I can say that every single student that applied for the Conway scholarship received the Conway scholarship. So please, after you submit your admissions application, please apply for the Conway scholarship. We have a lot of Conway funding for our RN-to-BSN population.
So
Oh,
Sheena
sorry.
was very eager and excited. So I let her say it because I know she's talked about this several times before. So yes, our fun fact about Conway is that for the past several years, every admitted student that did apply for Conway, they were a selected recipient. So yay.
Sorry, maybe I just wanted to be the
No,
one
you
that
were
people get
excited.
me.
I was not going to steal your shine.
Thank you.
And then just some important scholarship tips. Make sure you're meeting all the important application deadlines. Look to start gathering your application material early. You can look at the application now to see what it consists of. So at the time that you think about applying, you have everything ready that you need. Making sure you request those recommendations early as well, too, because sometimes, it just takes faculty members or whoever you're reaching out to a little longer. Write a compelling essay because you are your own advocate. So those are the best scholarship application tips I can leave you with today.
Right. And I believe this slide is a QR code that takes you to applying. So if you have some problems navigating through the website, I know there's tons of apply now buttons on there. And if you feel compelled tonight to apply, here's the QR code. And if you message one of us, I'm quite sure we could give you the fee waiver to use. So if you have